Guys, this is casualnerdhammer.net, and I'm bringing you 3 battle reports from a doubles tournament I played last weekend. I've been suffering kind of from like a knee injury type thing, and I was pretty miserable at this tournament because I couldn't really stand very well, and I hurt when I sit. So this doubles tournament, it was kind of unique. You're going to have a partner, and you pick, 1,250 points from each, but you're allowed to pick the same army, and you were allowed to use multiple living legends. Each army was allowed to use, like I could have the Green Lady on my army, and Alan could have the Green Lady in his army. We didn't do that, but we did decide to take Elves, and basically, I was gonna type out the list, but I'll kind of explain it as we go through the videos here, or as we go through the pictures. And the other part of it was you were allowed to bring 4 pieces of terrain and place them anywhere you want. Terrain just couldn't overlap, but they could touch each other. So it made for some interesting tables, and you'll see why. So we're using the Alan's army here, and on the left side we have a horde of Dracon riders. One of the Dracon rider units have elite, or not elite. Yeah, man, I wish I could remember how to play Kings of War. Basically have the one that rerolls ones on wounds. Anyway, so then we have a dragon here. He has enscrolled armor, and we have a unit of Palace Guard in front. And you see we brought marshes because, as you'll see the middle of our table, we have a horde of archers who have +1 to hit, and we have a regiment of Palace Guard, another horde of archers with +1 to hit. In my list, I had 2 mages where he has the Green Lady. I think the Green Lady's that one over there. So 2 mages. But you were also allowed to cast Bane Chant on allies. So that's why I took the mages. He took the big heal with the lady. This objective is push, so we have some heavy loot counters here that we have to get to the other side of the board. And all the way down on this side, we have another horde of Dracon riders and another dragon with enscrolled armor. And my opponents, they're doing half Abyssal and half League of Rhordia. So they have, I think these are Lessers. There's a horde of Imps, horde of Lessers, League of Rhordia Knights, the Household Knights. In behind those are also Household Knights, even though they look like Panthers. That's another swamp. There's 4 swamps. So as you can see, our plan is that we just want them to get stuck on swamps as they get shot. They do have Cronius in the back, and they have 2 Epiths, or 3? 2. 1 has piercing. So there's a lot of fireballs, but we have the range, which we're pretty excited about. Rhordia has a character, and then another unit of Household Knights, and I don't remember what the small guys were. I don't know if they were a troop of Household Knights. I'm not 100% sure. So turn 1, they get first turn, and they push up like such. The characters over here threaten the flanks. He's out of the arc of the Dragonkin, and this is fine. I mean, we're going to set up in a way and that we can threaten all these ranges. We have range on their cav, we have range on their shooting. It doesn't really behoove us to get crazy. There's one of the loot counters as the Household Guard starts moving through the swamps, and these guys push up to the swamp as far as they can go. Same deal, because you can't march through the swamps, so you can march up into the edge of them and then go in and whatever. So there's a loot counter there, another loot counter over there, and that's just a hero from League up there. So our turn 1, we reshuffled the lines a little bit. We decided to fly the Dragonkin over this way to threaten more of the center and move the other dragon in to give these guys some range. We let the troops of Palace Guard out there if they want to go into them. That's fine. We got some counters set up, and basically we just hold. We're gonna take our shooting. I just don't have any results of the shooting apparently. But their turn 2. Yeah, they're pushing up, trying to get through the muck that it is, the swamp. As you can see, our first round of shooting, we shot at Cronius pretty hard, and we almost wavered him, I think. But he has a lot of wounds on him, so hopefully we can take him out. I think our focus, our next round of shooting, is actually the Ephits, Ephits, however they're pronounced. So I think that's what we do next. Let me just double check as we go forward. So yeah, the character comes in and does 4. These guys are wavered. So that's cool. At least they didn't pop. And so our turn, yeah, we caught an opening here. There was a bit of the lower Abyssal Horde flank just poking out enough for us to get in there. So we take that charge. We're not even in the swamp. It looks like fireballs did about 5 wounds onto our Draken Riders. And then over here, our other Draken Riders go into the Household Guard. They fit neatly in there. And we move the dragon to reposition and face down the lines. So in the meanwhile, we can still, if we went to shoot at Cronius, we could. It would be -1 to hit because these guys are height 3, he's height 4. But I think we do decide to take other targets. I think we go after the characters instead. There you can see our loot markers as such. And over here, yeah, these guys pass their headstrong roll and go back in. I don't think they do any wounds. We actually gave them brew of Dwarven Ale. So that's the way it's facing on this side. We're just, keeping them at range with the dragon. There's nothing that can get in anywhere. So, I mean, we're buying lots of turns of shooting, which is pretty helpful. Oh, yeah, we did do some wounds. Looks like we did about 3 there. So, yeah, after combat, we did take that lower Abyssal Horde off. That's a lot of attacks. That's like 36 hitting on 3s with Elite. And I don't think these were the Hatred ones, the Chant of Hate guys. But the Green Lady takes a couple wounds off that unit, and we reposition as such. If either one of these guys want to go in, that's fine. It just gives us more time, buys us more time. And up here, yeah, we did kill the Household Knights, and we just faced down the lines. Turn 3. Yep, they decide to push up. This cav unit goes into the Palace Guard, trying to clean them up. The hero goes back in, and these guys just push up. I think, was there a unit here? There was something here. I can't remember what it was. We might have threw a mage out. I don't know. Anyway, they push up like that. Maybe he couldn't. Yeah, that was because of the swamp there. He probably couldn't push through. So anyway, yep, they're pushing up like this. The little imps, they go into the Dragon Riders, and this other small troop goes in to try to disrupt the archers, and this character goes into the Drakons. That unit's gone. As you see, Cronius is gone, so our shooting must have taken him out, and I think one of the Ephits on the other side was killed. So after combat, yeah, they get the Palace Guard, and I think they bounce here, These guys only take 3 wounds from the imps, and yeah, I know the character didn't do much up there. Yeah, 1 wound, just enough to stop the shooting. So yeah, it's unlucky. Turn 3, Elves. So we decided to push up. We put up one of our mages up to roadblock. If he wants the overrun, he has to get 6 on the dice to get into the flank there. A chance we're willing to take. And we put the Palace Guard up against the lower Abyssal Hordes. That's basically just to buy ourselves, a little bit more time. It's going to take them at least a turn to get through those guys. And we push up. I'm not sure what we shoot at here. Our sight is pretty limited. I'm imagining we shoot at the Household Guard in the back there. We fly this dragon over to the middle. I think we flame breath the Ephit with the dragon. And over here, our dragon comes in a flank. He's going to be -1 to hit going through the swamp, but we go back in. We're just trying to clear up those imps. This Dragon Rider go back into the character, and the archers go back in the other one. 4 wounds here. I guess that's just shooting. Yeah, that must be shooting from that archer unit. Yeah, only 4 wounds on him. Not great. Turn 4. Let's see. This is after combat. Yeah, we killed the imps and reformed to face down the lines. These guys have 4 wounds on from the archers. I think they end up going back into the archers. And over here, these guys have a bunch of wounds on them, but they go back into the Palace Guard, which we're okay with. They should be able to hold. And these guys have to take the roadblock and go into the mage. Yeah, he decides to take this troop into the flank, which is going to block them from the overrun now anyway. Yeah, I mean, having overrun 6 is kind of nasty. Might as well get some wounds on them as you can. These guys reposition with. Do they have 2? They might have 2 loot counters on them. I'm not 100% sure. But that's the way it's looking. And this effort comes up to, I think he fireballs the dragon, but it also, is a roadblock for the Dracon riders. So over here, yeah, he kills the mage, moves forward a little bit, and does about 6 wounds to the archers. Not too bad. Our turn 4. The trap is not really a trap, but it's just starting to close in on these guys. So we countercharge with the Palace Guard into the lower Abyssals, and the dragon back in, and over here we decide to go and fly into the House Guard here. We're probably not going to get them in one go, but at least it slows them down, and that's just what we're thinking. We're just trying to dismantle the army piece by piece. The flank with the dragon here, I'm really excited about that. Hopefully we can pick those guys up, get some points there. And the archers, I think, go back into the troops, and their character comes over here. So, yeah, that's the way it's shaping up. Let's see how it goes. Oh, it's a crooked picture. These guys end up overrunning into the rear, I believe. The archers, or the front, or the archers face them. I don't know. Something like that. Anyway. Yeah, they go in the front of the archers. Yeah. After combat, yeah, we get both of the cav units off, get the horde of lower abyssals off, and now it's just, for us, it's about getting these loot markers across the table as fast and as quickly as we can. His character backed up and couldn't quite get around the building here, so we just recharge and get him off the table. Also in this tournament, whenever you kill, you had to nominate one person as the general of each army, and if you kill them, everyone has to take a nerve check. So that was something that we always kept in mind, and we were very careful with the order of our combats so that we can force multiple nerve checks if we have the potential of killing one of their leaders. So that's really important. That actually came into play that I kind of forgot until now, but that scored us a unit or 2 just because of killing the leader. Pretty interesting rule. I like it. After combat, yeah, we're just shuffling up at this point. I think he takes his character into the flank of the archers. He's not going to be able to get through there. And here, this battle's just going on. So we're not going to be able to get this loot counter across, but I think we should be able to get the majority. I think like 4. Yeah, this, as the combat goes on, and these guys are pretty well wounded, but they do have a counter and no other threats now. One of these guys have a counter. I think the dragon has a counter, so we can just move them across the table. Turn 5, that's what we do. That's a counter, that's a counter. These guys, I think, got wavered by something. I think the effort, it keeps hitting them, and they actually get wavered. The Dracon Riders come into his character so that this unit with the loot marker should be able to get over, and I think these guys actually do end up getting over because it is only turn 5. So yeah, after combat, yeah, we kill that guy, and that's the end of the game. We actually scored max points. We were the only team to get max points, and that was huge. 24 points to start off was pretty big. I mean, the lists were so dirty. Like, you see ours, and you're like, oh, you got 2 dragons, you got 2 hordes of Dracons, you got 2 Bane Chants that you can cast on anybody, and a Green Lady. Like, obviously, Elves are incredible, and 2 hordes of shooting. But I don't think we were the dirtiest list there, so yeah, but that's how it goes. But it was fun. It was fun to play with another player. Like, play with Alan. He finished tied for first in the Northeast, and I was 5th or something. And I've played against Alan so many times, and it's just kind of interesting to sit with someone and kind of get their thought process in whispers, about how we're going to move. And it was really cool because there were times that, like, we just automatically knew what we were doing, and we didn't really even have to conversate about it. In the next game, there's a point where we just kind of like look at each other, and it was like, okay, everything's changed right now, and so it was pretty fun. I was in a lot of pain. I hope I wasn't mean to anybody. I don't think I was a dick to anybody, but I was just like, my knee was just killing me. I could barely stand. But yeah, we get a good win off of the first round, and yeah, these battle reports are a little late, but I'm going to try to fire them out 1, 2, 3 real quick. But yeah, so that's the game. Thanks guys for watching, and more reports to come.